All right, let's clap it up. Hey, Shalom, Israel. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. It started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, since 1969, under Commander General Yohana. And we are here to edify the so-called Black and Latino and Native American man, woman, and child, and to bring them back to their heritage and show them that they are the God's chosen people, the people right here in this Bible. That's what we teach out of right here, the Bible, nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? But tonight we're going to get into the plight of our people. You know what I'm saying? The things that we go through as a nation. You know, like I said, the so-called Black and Latino and Native American man, woman, and child. You know what I'm saying? Since we've been over here, we've been trodden down by these other nations, specifically by the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speak of. You know what I'm saying? But you know, when tragedy strikes, we tend to wonder, you know what I'm saying, and ask why these things are happening to us. You know what I'm saying? We want answers, right? You know what I'm saying? We wonder why our people go through the things that we go through. You know, but at the same time, you know, we got the prophets out here, prophets of the Lord, you know what I'm saying, under ISUPK, under Commander General Yohana, you know what I'm saying, out on these corners every Sabbath, every Saturday, right? You know what I'm saying? Teaching why we going through these things. You know, but the problem is, you know, we're using this Bible, which the majority of our people are scared of, they're afraid of. You know, they'd rather be lied to. They don't want to be told the truth. You know what I'm saying? They know, because they know when it comes down to it, there's laws, statutes, and commandments in this book. You know what I'm saying? But and you know, they don't want to, you know, put down the marijuana, you know what I'm saying, or any other kind of drugs that we, you know, tend to abuse ourselves to take us to that to take us out of reality. You know what I'm saying? Because we know we are a trodden down people, you know, a destroyed people, and we're destroyed for lack of knowledge out here. You know, but you have to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, and the Most High won't, you know, he'll protect you. You know what I'm saying? But yet we still out here doing these, you know, celebrating these pagan holidays such as Thanksgiving, you know, Christmas, and you know, even celebrating birthdays. You know what I'm saying? Doing all kinds of manner of wickedness. You know what I'm saying? We doing this after our oppressors. That's who we learned this from. You know, we didn't learn this from anybody else. We didn't do this before we came over here. You know what I'm saying? That when the Native Americans was over here, so-called Native Americans over here, they weren't doing that. They weren't worshiping no tree. You know, we're gonna get into that tonight. You know what I'm saying? With idolatry. You know, worshiping other gods and stuff like that, and why we are in the condition that we're in. You know, as a people. You know, we just had a tragedy out in Stockton with that birthday party, right? You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate that there was little kids, little ones involved. You know what I'm saying? But you know, and the thing is, you know, I got to point this out because, you know, you had your Christian pastors out there, you know, in front of that camera, you know what I'm saying, with their little pea coats on, trying to look their best and everything like that. But when it comes down to it, they don't care. They don't care. And why can I say that? How can I say that? It's because they're not out in those streets trying to reach these youngsters, trying to reach these men that are, you know, they lost. You know what I'm saying? They upset and they mad. Why? Because the system have failed them. Our elders are, you know, the so-called, you know, them pastors that you've seen out there in front of those cameras have failed them. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to go out there in them streets and talk to them and tell them they love them and that they're brothers and sisters and everything like that, and everything's going to be all right, and tell them the truth. And what's that truth? That this government had put them in that situation. You know what I'm saying? That's what they don't want to speak. They want to teach you that God loves everyone. That's what they want to teach them. You know what I'm saying? But they need to tell them the truth, that we have been destroyed and we have been oppressed by these other nations, and that's why we angry at ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We can't look in the mirror because we see that man you don't like. You know what I'm saying? So you go out there and take it out on these other men, and it's not going to stop. You know, after that happens, somebody else, they're going to go out there and find them other cats, and it's going to keep on going, and it's not going to stop. You know, I used to live out there in Stockton. You know what I'm saying? And I used to tell my folks out there, it's only going to get worse. And this is when I was even before I was in ISUPK. You know what I'm saying? I just kept on telling them, it's only going to get worse. And it is, because we are being lied to, and the only way you could come out of this mess is in the ISUPK. Get this truth. You know what I'm saying? We teach from Monday through Friday, and we have Sabbath we have the Sabbath service on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? And then you can wake up, get into this Bible right here and learn this truth, But, like I said, it's unfortunate that we lost these little ones like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's not going to stop. And look at that, the white devil that was on there, the so-called the sheriff or the deputy, whatever he was. You know the words he used? He said those animals. He called them animals. You know what I'm saying? Aren't they perpetrators? Aren't they suspects? But he called them animals. You got to take key on that, focus in on that wording. You know what I'm saying? Like if we animals, you know what I'm saying, then what is his people that actually kidnapped a whole nation of people and brought them over here into captivity? You know what I'm saying? And made them slaves and then essayed their little boys and girls and they men and women. So what do you call that? Because what I know with these men that did what they did, they destroyed for a lack of knowledge, and they're upset. They're crying out and they don't know, they just lost. You know what I'm saying? Like if he sat there and said, yeah, these men, they're going through some things and that's why they unalive one another. You know what I'm saying? They're just destroyed. And, now if he says that, if this white man says that, this white devil says that, you're going to say, why are they destroyed? It's a rhetorical question, because we all know why we're destroyed, because of his people. You know what I'm saying? Had trodden us down, have brought us over here into captivity and failed us in the school system intentionally. You know what I'm saying? And then you read the comments on there, the usual suspects. That's what you read on there. Well, if you so bright and so smart and the usual suspects, put in that comment on why they're usual suspects. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's because you're just evil. You got hate in your heart and you hate God's chosen people. That's what it is. But like I said, if they're animals, because you remember, his people called us 3/5 of a man. And remember, when they brought us over here, they treated us as cattle. They even grabbed the man's manhood and say, see, he's a good buck right here. He's gonna make a bunch of kids. Yeah, they're sick. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we're gonna get into these scriptures tonight. And like I said, it's unfortunate that these little ones, lost their lives like that, out there, But we got to put an end to this. We got to address this. And like I said, that pork chop pastors out there and Christians, they don't care. Or else they'll be out there in the hoods. They'll be out on the streets and telling the real, speaking why we are destroyed, why we are unalive in one another. Yeah. So did I miss anything? Going through. We're gonna start in Exodus 4:22. The book of Exodus, chapter 4 and verse 22. And like I said, they don't want to get the truth. They wonder why. Oh, why are we going? You see rappers, you see whoever is, they feel they are, got a podcast, whatever, and they conscious people or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Feel they got what they call them fools. It's like a social, social influencers. You know what I'm saying? You will hear it'll come out their mouth talking about why is this going on with us? Why is this happening to us? You know what I'm saying? We just don't know. Nigga, it's in the book. It's in this Bible right here. We've been telling y'all this, but at the same time, y'all talking about, we teaching hate. Nah, we teaching love, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We trying to wake our people up. That's what we doing. We trying to get y'all out of these streets. Stop selling drugs. Stop unaliving one another. That's what we doing. But yet you want to stay in these streets and smoke weed and do stupid shit. And the Most High gonna keep on whooping our asses for this. And we trying to wake you guys up. Go ahead, keep on though. It's only gonna get worse, like I said. You know what I'm saying? And these pastors, they don't care. They want that money. They want to go, they in their comfort zone. Where their comfort zone at is in that building, that church. And the only time you're going to see them is when tragedy strikes. And they're going to come out, get in front of that camera and do their little prayers and stuff like that. They don't care. But like I said, they will hit it. They will hit it right. They will hit the nail right on the head and say, hey, it's this government that's failing us. Nah, but they got that 501c3. They take that shit right away from them. You know what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and start in Exodus 4 and 22. Exodus chapter 4, verse 22. And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, thus saith the Lord, Israel is my son, even my firstborn. Now, remember, when we were in captivity, you know, the first time in Egypt, we were under Pharaoh, right? You know what I'm saying? And Egypt is not synonymous with bondage. We are in modern day Egypt, symbolically Egypt again, spiritually Egypt again right now. You know what I'm saying? It's called America, the land of confusion, Babylon, aka Babylon. You know, and 23, verse 23. And I say unto thee, let my son go, that he may serve me. And if thou refuse to let him go, behold, I will slay thy son, even thy firstborn. That's the Most High. The Most High said that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all talking about love, man, talking about love. Y'all ain't showing us no love over here. You know what I'm saying? As we unalive in ourselves, you helping us as well. And we helping y'all. Killing two birds with one stone. You know what I'm saying? He said, leave his people alone so they can serve him. But yeah, we got evil people out there talking about we teaching hate. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to wake up, Israel, out there. We got to wake up and come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. Stop doing this folly, you know? But anyways, let's go. Let's get it. And, you know, like I said, you know, he slayed, and he did just that. He slayed Egypt's Pharaoh's firstborn. That's how you know he doesn't love everyone. He chose the people. It says, Israel is my son, even my firstborn. Firstborn child. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get more of that. We're going to build on this tonight. You know, let's go to Deuteronomy 7 and 6. It's the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 and 6. Because like I said, we gotta drill this into our people's head. You know what I'm saying? Because they think they out here equal. You know, thinking the white man and the white woman and shit like that, you know, love you. No, they don't love you. They don't. Or else they'll be out here marching for us. You know what I'm saying? And not no damn Black Lives Matter. That Black Lives Matter turned into a what? LGBT. Did you not see it? I saw it. What happened to that? What happened to it? It's gone. You know what I'm saying? I don't see them on the front line trying to fight the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? Fighting their own kind, laying their lives down for us. But they'll lay us down, though. You know what I'm saying? Going to our churches, unalive us. This is all we see here. And it's just going to get worse, like I said, because we are stiff-necked people and we do not want to listen. We want to just smoke weed, get high. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever kind of drug there is out there. Can't keep up with the shit. You know, I don't want to keep up with the shit. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't going to take you nowhere. You're just going to come right back down and be sad again. You know? But this is Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Slide. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. I didn't make this up. You know what I'm saying? This is right here. This was written back in 1611. You know, we were getting rounded up, being sent over here. You know what I'm saying? What, the first transatlantic slave trade was what, 1529 or something like that? You know, I'm guessing, but I'm pretty sure it was before 1600. Even with our Latino brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying, being over there shipped to Spain and shit like that, what have you. You know, they done covered up all kinds of history. You know, and they're gonna do just that until Yahushua come back, who is Christ. You know what I'm saying? Who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? Yahushua Mashiach. Let's read it one more time. You know what I'm saying? Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou art a holy people. Holy means separate. Means separate amongst these other people. You know what I'm saying? Do not do their pagan holidays. You know, you about to bring a Christmas tree in your house in a minute. Y'all going out there probably right now picking one. You know what I'm saying? That's pagan. Ask yourself why in the hell you bringing a Christmas tree in your house? Yeah, I was there. You know what I'm saying? I used to do that stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? But I woke up. The Most High woke me up doing all this nonsense. Celebrating Thanksgiving, like I said, we just celebrate. You know, you got a bunch of, especially the Israelites, the so-called Mexicans and stuff. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with our people? What's going on with them? That tribe right there, and y'all in those houses celebrating that shit? Crazy. Y'all better pick up this book. Get right with the Most High, so you protect yours and you and yours. You know what I'm saying? Come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. It says, gather yourselves together. Oh, yeah, gather together, O nation not desired. You are a nation not desired. That's why they picking you off like they doing. And who's next? You know it's going to be, well, they've been picking us off with the bullet. You know what I'm saying? Like more than the other tribes. You know, Judah's been getting it from day one. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you think it ain't, you know, I mean, there is a level to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I use the movie La Bamba, right? You know what I'm saying? Richie Valens. Remember, he was able to go up to that door and get that white woman at that time. Just imagine if that was a nigga. Yeah, right. Police would have laid his ass down. The dad would have laid him down. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, let's go to Deuteronomy 10. Because like I said, we're going to drill this in the head tonight. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we got them little soft-ass Christians out there. You know, God loves everybody. Yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I mean, you know, I ain't going to say it. But anyways, this is Deuteronomy 10, starting at 12. Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12. And now, Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee, but to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need to do, Israel. We got to start coming back to these laws, statutes, and commandments and obeying the Most High. Don't let these people tell you that we are not God's chosen people. The reason why we going through the mess we are going through is because we didn't hearken to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? We didn't listen to the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments, and we put us in captivity. All this is in this book right here. Don't settle for less, man. You are a chosen people. That's why we are being trodden down by these other nations. That's why these other nations are above us and we are the below. Where did it say they the head and we the tail? But yeah, we got these entertainers out here, rappers and shit like that, talking about we don't know why we shoot each other, you unalive each other. You know what I'm saying? What have you? Yeah, you know, because I knew. You know what I'm saying? I knew way back in the day. I knew why we was going through this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we are destroyed. We are lost. We hate ourselves, and because the people brought us into captivity and they destroyed us. We knew about the Willie Lynch letters, you know what I'm saying? But we chose not to listen. You know what I'm saying? We chose not to listen. We kept doing all manner of wickedness. Every time we did something wicked, our conscience talked to us. You know, we knew what we were doing. But we choose to turn the other head, what to say? You turn your ear from hearing the law, even your prayer should be an abomination. Thinking the Most High, we praying every night, thinking the Most High looking down at us. We waking up doing all manner of wickedness, selling dope, you know what I'm saying? Eating pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. We saw it in the book, even though we were, if you were still asleep, so to speak, you know what I'm saying? We saw it. Oh shit, if you claim you love God, he said not to eat pork. You know what I'm saying? But yet, you know what I'm saying? The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. You know, we wanted that port. You know, we wanted to sleep around with women and just throw them away. Knew that shit was wrong. And this is all they doing out there, man, out in the streets and unaliving one of each other, because it's just going to get worse. Because you are not listening. Don't think it's going to get better. It's never going to get better out here. Like I said, until Yahushua come back and bring the new world. Because we this is it. This is it. Let's keep going. Verse 13. To keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good. For 14. Behold, the heaven and the heavens of heavens is the Lord thy God. The earth also with all that therein is. Verse 15. Only the Lord had a delight in thy fathers to love them, and he chose their seed after them, even you above all people, as it is this day. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing new under the sun. The 12 tribes are still here. And the powers that be, they know this. They know this. You know what I'm saying? They know this. And some of our pastors out there, them Christian pastors, not my pastor, you know what I'm saying, but I'm speaking as a whole, our people, you know what I'm saying? No, they know, but they just don't want to tell you. Because why? Because they're going to go against a master. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy, because master, you know what we used to say, yes, master. Yes, master. Master is a Hebrew word, which means burden. Yeah. Think about that. M-A-S-S-A, master, which means burden. Yeah, you know what the Christians say, oh, Most High have a sense of humor. He sure in the hell did. You know what I'm saying? Well, he does. And, you know, I'm talking about, you know, past tense with the slaves, but we still slave shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, we still got a bunch of them people out there calling Esau master. They be messing up. Hey, master, I mean, John, like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, ass, coon ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, let's go to Psalms 47. Psalms 147. Slug it. Psalms 147. It's getting hot up in here. I'm showing my blood boiling right now. You know, talking about this shit. I can't help myself sometimes. You know. This is Book of Psalms, chapter 147, starting at 19 and 20. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. Verse 20. He hath not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. You know, Jacob, who's Jacob? Jacob is the Jacob's name. He wrestled with the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And his name was turned to Israel. And he's the one that had the 12 tribes, you know, the 12 sons of Israel, you know what I'm saying? Which means Prince of Power, you know, and the Most High didn't deal with anybody else in this world. No one else, no other nation, you know what I'm saying? But Israel, you know what I'm saying? And we know his laws, we know his statutes, we know his commandments, you know what I'm saying? And we woke up, General Yohana, you know what I'm saying? You know, stayed since 1969, stayed in there 19, you know, whatever, probably before I was born. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these cats out there before they was born, you know, starting their own little Christian tribes, because they all Christians, you know what I'm saying? They own little what you call them, camps, whatever, you know what I'm saying? You know, once you come home, you know, learn how to be a real man, you know what I'm saying? A real prophet of the Lord, and speak this word, you know what I'm saying, with this sword right here. Nah, y'all want to stay like Christians, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, you know what I'm saying? We are the prophets of the Lord. He gave this word to us, and we are out here in these days, these last days, you know what I'm saying, trying to raise our people up day in and day out. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't chose no one else. He hasn't dealt with anyone else. How you know that? That was wicked what them men did, with the transatlantic slave trade, put people in slavery. He ain't dealing with nobody like that. Yeah, the only reason why he dealt with him, he let us go into slavery is because we didn't listen to the Most High. He told us in Deuteronomy he was going to whoop our ass. Deuteronomy 28. Just read about it. That's why we in captivity, because we didn't listen. Even Jeremiah said, is Israel just a homeborn slave? Because we just kept on going into captivity because we kept wanting to be like the other nations. We kept wanting to worship other gods, which we are doing nowadays. Like I said, that Christmas tree, that's a god to these other nations. We're gonna get into that. You know what I'm saying? That turkey, you know what I'm saying? That whatever, that's a god. This is something that they worship. They've been worshiping this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And they just cover it up. They ain't gonna tell you the truth. They just gonna have your dumb butts over there celebrating, talking about this is the only time y'all can get together and be family. Yeah, okay. But no, I ain't gonna do that either. I ain't gonna say that. Because our people don't want to hear this. The truth hurt. The truth hurt. But keep it up though. You know what I'm saying? Keep it up. We gonna keep on getting this punishment. You see, I'm saying we. You see, I'm saying we, because I don't want my people to go through this. I don't see anybody else going through this. Any East Indians, Asians, white folks, they ain't going through this stuff that we going through. They ain't out there unaliving each other like we do. There's a reason for that. All we want to do is get out there and twerk and rap, talking about, you know what I'm saying? Little niggas, because y'all can't fight anymore. Scary ass little niggas, man. I just want to shoot up kids, man. That's all y'all want to do. Nigga, little girls can shoot, nigga. Think y'all tough. Y'all just unaliving yourselves because y'all scared, man. It's fear. I got a solution. I got a solution. Now I'm about to be facetious with this shit, right? I'm gonna show you how tough y'all are. You know what I'm saying? If y'all really want to celebrate y'all shit, you know what I'm saying, and eliminate the drive-bys and all that stuff, go out there and find some white folks. You know what I'm saying? Let them be down and out. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, in out their homes or whatever like that, with some kids too. You know what I'm saying? Clean them up and shit like that, and put them in front of your house or wherever you having that feast at. You know what I'm saying? I bet you them niggas roll up and hey, there's some white folks right there. Hey, homie. Nah, nigga, we tripping, nigga. I bet you anything. I bet you that shit'll work. They will not pull not one trigger. Because they see their illegitimate father's kids right there. They worship them. You know what I'm saying? I bet you anything. I bet you it'll work so good that the government kept catch on and pull them white folks. Hey, y'all, no, stop that. Stop that, because they want you to unalive yourselves. Bet you anything. Bet you that shit will work. Just put them, you don't even got to put them in those suits. Put them in some damn shorts and flip-flops and just make them look like they, just playing outside and shit. You know what I'm saying? They decoys. They will drive right by. And these gangsta ass niggas be like, hey, nigga, you want to go watch Little House on the Prairie? Shit, man. Yeah, because we can't do this shit tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like coward ass niggas, man. Out there killing little ones, man. Yeah. Remember, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. You know what I'm saying? The Most High said that. And I know why y'all doing it, because you're scared. You know what I'm saying? You can't get no jobs because, the school system failed you. You know what I'm saying? I know you embarrassed because you can't read or something like that or whatever. You don't know how to fill out an application. Yeah, I know they did a number on our asses. But y'all still want to play into their hand? They still want to help them? Better wake the up, nigga. Niggas, niggettes. You know what I'm saying? Like, crazy. It's only going to get worse. I'm going to keep saying it. Where we at? Let's go to Deuteronomy 4. Go back to Deuteronomy. You calm down, man. Scared of hardcore ass, lost ass niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? Out there just being reckless, man. Just being reckless, man. Scared to fight, scared to use their hands. If you really got a problem with somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like your brother, because you ain't gonna shoot the white man like this. I ain't condoning it. I'm not condoning it. You know what I'm saying? But y'all unaliving each other. Put them gloves on if you're scared to get hit. Like some little girls. You know, there's girls out there tougher than these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Put some gloves on if you scared. Learn how to fight. Instead of, man, crazy, man. Put them guns down, man. You're just hurting yourselves. You're hurting each other. That's it. Let's go Deuteronomy 4. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 15. Take ye therefore good heed unto yourselves, for ye saw no manner of similitude on the day that the Lord spake unto you in Horeb out of the midst of the fire. You know, and this is key right here, man, because like I said, you know, the Most High, he was talking to the people of Israel. He's talking to Moses right here. He said, take no similitude of anything that they saw up there, meaning, you know, because they knew he was, you know, the Most High. It was power. He was powerful with everything that they seen, right? He says, take no similitude on what you see here. Don't try to make no God, you know, other gods and stuff like that, like me, like no images and everything like that, right? This is what he's saying, right? In 16, lest ye corrupt yourselves and make you a graven image, the similitude of any figure, the likeness of male and or female. And these little niggas, you know, houses, you know what I'm saying? They grandma's houses, they go up in there right now. You know, they got a picture of Jesus, a white, a blonde hair, blue eye devil. You know what I'm saying? Probably praying to him before they go out and do what they do. You know what I'm saying? Just lost. Just lost. Scared to wake up, man. Scared to wake up. You know, you're gonna stay lost, man. I pray somebody understand and wake up out of this mess. You know. But this is what we do. We you know, especially in the Catholic Church, you know what I'm saying? Like Issachar, the so-called Mexican, all the Latinos, you know what I'm saying? Like they got so many Guadalupe, you know, I don't know. I should have wrote down a list. Hey, we would have been here all night reading that shit. like I would have had a dictionary and shit, like a big ass dictionary. You know what I'm saying? This is all we do. We worship all these rosary beads and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? This is all we do. You know, for Judah, the so-called black man, you know, it's Christ. It's that blonde hair, blue eye dude. You know what I'm saying? That dude. I had a relative of mine, man. The nigga was this was back in the 80s. He was off some dope. You know what I'm saying? That nigga claimed he saw Jesus. And guess who he saw? He saw that white man. like talk about destroyed. Like crazy. Anyways, you know what I'm saying? Like let's go ahead and get some more of this. Verse 17, the likeness of any beast that is on the earth, the likeness of any winged fowl that flieth in the air. Verse 18, the likeness of anything that creepeth on the ground, the likeness of any fish that is in the waters beneath the earth. And lest thou lift up thine eyes unto heaven, and when thou seest the sun and the moon and the stars, even all the hosts of heaven, shouldest be driven to worship them and serve them, which the Lord thy God had divided unto all nations under the whole heaven. And that's what we do, man. We worship everything but the Most High correctly. You know what I'm saying? like I said, we coming into these pagan days, the pagan, I don't even like to call them holidays, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what holiday mean, holy. You know what I'm saying? These days are not holy at all. You know what I'm saying? They're paganistic days, heathenistic days. You know what I'm saying? They from cavemen, you know, and trickle down to the Hamites, so the Africans, the people that eat an arm because the arm is strong and shit like that, thinking they're gonna get strong. You know what I'm saying? All these pagan shits. You know. Anyways, but we gotta come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. Stop making it all these dumb idols and stuff. Worship these dumb idols, these pagan days, what have you. Verse 25. This hold on. Let's jump down to 23. Verse 23. Take heed unto yourselves, lest ye forget the covenant of the Lord your God, which he made with you, and make you a graven image or the likeness of anything which the Lord thy God hath forbidden thee. Verse 24. For the Lord thy God is a consuming fire, even a jealous God. Verse 25. When thou shalt beget children and children's children, and ye shall have remained long in the land, and shall corrupt yourselves and make you a graven image or the likeness of anything, and shall do evil in the sight of the Lord thy God to provoke him to anger. Verse 22, verse 26. I call heaven and earth to witness against you this day, that ye shall soon utterly perish from off the land whereunto ye go over Jordan to possess it. Ye shall not prolong your days upon it, but shall utterly be destroyed. And that's what we are. We are utterly destroyed. And we were taken far from our borders and brought over here. We are originally from Jerusalem, Israel. That's where we're from. And you see what he said? He's going to utterly destroy us. He's going to take us from our land, utterly destroy us. And we are destroyed mentally and physically. You know what I'm saying? And spiritually. Verse 28. And there ye shall serve gods. Slaki. Verse 27. And the Lord shall scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left few in number among the heathen, whither the Lord shall lead you. Verse 28. And there ye shall serve gods, the work of men's hands, wood and stone, which neither see, nor hear, nor eat, nor smell. That wood is that cross. You know what I'm saying? You know, the one that the Klansmen used to burn in front of our houses. You know what I'm saying? That wooden cross, they used to burn it. You know, now y'all carry it around your neck thinking it means something, you know. And that stone, you know, like I said, you know, you go outside, you see a statue of that blonde hair, blue-eyed dude called Jesus. That's first thing you think of, Jesus. You probably even bow down to him and pray. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. All them what you got? The stone, other stones, you got the babies with the wings, little naked babies at that. You know what I'm saying? Don't the Most High talk about nakedness? You ain't supposed to show your nakedness. Oh, it's cool because it's a baby. Oh, that's the Catholic Church. I forgot about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, reverse psychology like a mother suck on y'all. You know? But that's another story there. Let's go to Deuteronomy 18. Oh, but before we do that, you know, because we're talking about these forbidden idolatry, right? You know, let's talk about that Christmas tree because that's coming up. You know, that's coming up, right? You know, let's go ahead and I got a book right here. You know, of course, again, you know what I'm saying? It's a new encyclopedia, New Standard Encyclopedia, 1948. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's titled Tree Worship. This is what it's titled, Tree Worship. You know what I'm saying? Remember, Negroes wasn't reading back in 1948. You know, we could barely read now. You know, I'm probably going to mess up some words right now. You know what I'm saying? Look, it says tree worship, a form of religion at a certain stage of development. This worship is found among most of the races of mankind. You know, you wonder why you're putting a tree in your house, right? You know what I'm saying? Now you know. Now you know, but we still gonna do it. Our people still gonna do it. It forms an essential part of the classic mythologies. They go, oh, it's a myth. You know, get tricked. You know, we easily tricked. We cheat, led to the slaughter. You know what I'm saying? Where superhuman beings inferior to God, the gods, are attached to the individual trees. You know what I'm saying? And where the sylvan deities roam, and where the sylvan deities roam in the forests. These beings live in folk tales as elves. Oh, man, when we get home, I want to watch Elf. That's a good movie. Elves, fairies, you know what I'm saying? Dryads, fauns, and satyrs. The veneration, highly respected, of the sacred oak, along with its parasite, the mistletoe. Oh, snaps. You're gonna see, hey, people gonna see that mistletoe. You're gonna see the Christmas tree in the workplace and that mistletoe. That's what you're gonna see. That's right here. That's right here. Now, that's tree worship. That's what you call it. That's why you bring your tree in, because these heathens, they trick you. You know what I'm saying? They have you beat yourself down throughout the year. You know what I'm saying? And then these particular years with like Christmas, what have you, you know what I'm saying? That's when they got y'all to come together, you know, and they mess with your basically they target the kids, because that's why, because that, you know, throughout, I mean, how many years is that, man? 364 then, you know what I'm saying? If we're not going to include the Christmas day, right? It's 365 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? All these other days out of the year, you not having a good, you know, and I'm not talking about all of us, but a high percentage of us. Your mama's yelling at you. You don't have your dad in the house. You know what I'm saying? This is common in the Black and Latino Native American man, woman, and child's house. You know what I'm saying? We got women raising our children now, our young men, and that's why they out here being really sensitive now. You know, just unaliving each other back and forth. You know what I'm saying? But back to that, you know, they target these kids because why? It takes us back to our happy place. You know, I had a buddy out in the world. You know, we were talking about you know, he was talking about Christmas and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? What he gonna do? Woo, you know what I'm saying? All this for his kid and whatever, you know. And you know, and I you know, I'm over here every now and then. This was before I was in ISPK. I'll be like, hey man, you know, we ain't supposed to celebrate that. Woo. It's in the Bible. This nigga said, not my Christmas. It's a grown ass man. I thought it was just about your kid. You know what I'm saying? He said, not my Christmas, because he remembers that. He remembers when his mom came and, you know, and all the family came and everybody being nice to each other. You know what I'm saying? They remember that. You remember that as a kid. You know what I'm saying? And this is why they target you with the kids, with the presents and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Even that's vain in itself, giving presents. You know, everybody getting presents and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, but where were we at? Oh, so yeah. So let's go real quick, Jeremiah 10. Jeremiah 10, because we just read about the tree worship and the mistletoe and the elves. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Jeremiah 10. It's right here in the book right here. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, in verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Verse 2, thus saith the Lord, learn not the ways of the heathen. Learn not the ways of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. Verse 3, for the customs of the people are vain, for one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with an axe. There you go right there. Where they get these trees from? They cut them out of the forest. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. They cut them out of a forest with a person. What they use an axe. Nowadays, they use a chainsaw, you know what I'm saying, what have you. But it's right here. You know, of course, we got these wicked ass Christians out there and wicked, you know, just wicked people that just want to stay in wickedness. Oh, that's not what that means. You know what I'm saying? They tell us lies. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to hear this. You know what I'm saying? And then and let's keep on going with verse 4. They deck it with silver and gold. Let's leave it at that. They deck it. What's that? Deck the halls with it. Come on, man. You can't make this stuff up, right? It's right here in the book. I didn't make this up. It's right here in the book. But yet, y'all wicked people gonna go out here and worship. You know what I'm saying? How many times, man, back in the day, remember people used to burn their house down? They did it with the turkeys too. You know what I'm saying? Burn your house down with turkeys and the Christmas tree catch on fire. You know what I'm saying? Crazy stuff, man. I know the one dude I used to work with, man, old cat. You know what I'm saying? That nigga putting up his Christmas lights. Hey, fell off the ladder and broke his ribs. You know what I'm saying? like hint, hint, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they'll be back out there again. You know what I'm saying? Every time something happens, they'll be back. They'll rebound. We ain't gonna burn the house down this time. We ain't gonna fall off that ladder this time, hanging up some lights. Let's go ahead and get it. Let's go to we did it forbidden practices. Did we do Deuteronomy 18? We didn't. Let's go to book of Deuteronomy chapter 18. Well, you know what? No, hold on. Let me see something. Yeah, we don't have to do this because we already, went through the curse. We're gonna go through the curses right here. You know what I'm saying? This is about forbidden practices as well. We already went through that. Let's go to Amos chapter 3. Let's go and see why we going through the stuff we're going through. You don't believe that you're the chosen people. You don't see anybody else going through this. Well, they want to go, oh, you see what's going on in China? You see what's going on in India? Nigga, over here, nigga, it says you've been scattered amongst other nations. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't talking about no other people out there, across, in China and India and wherever else. Russia. Book of Amos. We're talking about us over here in the United States, where the majority of our people are. But, we everywhere else too. You know what I'm saying? We in Brazil. We out there in the UK. We're getting that out there too. You know what I'm saying? Haiti, Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? All right, this is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this word the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, verse 2, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. What is iniquities? Iniquities of sin. You know what I'm saying? He's punishing us for all our iniquities, all our sins. This is why we're going through what we're going through. You don't see anyone else, any other nation out there going through what we going through. I mean, when's the last time we heard about a so-called white person doing a drive-by on his own car? A so-called East Indian man doing a drive-by on his own car. You know what I'm saying? We got a trickle of Asians, Cambodians, and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because they want to be like us. They want to crick us, and shit like that. And they doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? You got a trick, and that's the ones from the grimy. You know what I'm saying? From the grimy. And you don't see them getting deported. You know what I'm saying? They coming from the grimy Cambodia and shit like that, or what have you. You know what I'm saying? I even had a partner I used to work with, man. He from Laos. He called them crab ass niggas. That's what they call their kind. The ones that's lower, crab ass niggas. like, damn. You know what I'm saying? And where they move them into? Our neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. But anyways, you don't see them, but you do see Issachar get deported. I mean, get thrown in cages by ICE. Niggas with masks and shit. What you wearing a mask for? You part of the government, you shouldn't be hiding your face. You cowards. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't rounding them cats up. Yeah. Anyways, so that's what we going through. Going the things we going through. The things we going through. Israel, whether you believe it or not, we are the children of Israel. We are the lost tribes of Israel. Sheep being led to the slaughter. You know what I'm saying? And these Christian pastors are helping as well, by not telling you the truth. Let's go to the book of Amos. Oh, well, we in Amos. Let's jump down to 2 real quick. You know, chapter 2, verse 11. And I raised up of your sons for prophets, and of your young men for Nazarites. Is it not even thus, O you children of Israel, saith the Most High, saith the Lord? You know what I'm saying? Like he raised us up for prophets. You know, you know, before I even came into the truth, before I even found out who we were, right? You know what I'm saying? Like Martin Luther King, you know, his speeches would be profound, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He had touching because he was a brother like me. You know what I'm saying? Or what have you? You know what I'm saying? He even said, though, he knew he was wrong. He said he felt that he led his people into a burning house, which he did. You know what I'm saying? Look at Malcolm X, profound speaker. You know what I'm saying? Spoke from the heart. Had soul, right? You know what I'm saying? And then you know, side note, you know, you got the white folks. You know, what they used to say. They used to make mockery and stuff. Oh, soul, brother. You know, soul. The way they used to say it. You know what I'm saying? Really, who doesn't want to have a soul? A soulless motherfucker. Somebody that could bring people over in captivity, in slave ships. You know what I'm saying? Taste they sweat to see if they pure. Some nasty, disgusting shit. That's somebody that don't want to have a soul. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even think about it. They was just, you know, just dumb. Don't even think what they saying. You know what I'm saying? But we are the prophets. You know what I'm saying? When was the last time you heard a Jewish? I don't even know why I did that because that's what they are. Ish. They want to be a Jew. You know what I'm saying? When have you heard they supposed to be God's chosen people, right? Which they're not. When was the last time you heard them say something deep? They so smart. You know what I'm saying? They run everything and shit like that. When you heard them just move you like, oh shit, did you hear what he just said? It's because he's not a prophet. He's not the chosen people. We are. That's why I said, you know, we heard, you know, Marcus Garvey or whatever. You could go down the list, even say Chavez or what have you. If you want to go to the Latinos, you know, we could list goes on. But now I woke up to this truth and I heard General Yohana, that powerful speaker right there. I woke up. When's the last time you heard a man like that? You know what I'm saying? Talking for his people, trying to raise his people up in the belly of the beast. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you got these little rinky-dink camps out here talking about, oh, we got to get together, or brother, we love each other. Nah, nigga, come back to the ISUBK, nigga, and become a man. You know what I'm saying? You had that little camp, whatever it was, down in front of the brothers down in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? A while back, you know, just saw, well, it wasn't a while back, probably a few weeks ago, I don't know, a month ago, whatever. But they went in front and talking about John, they, you know, going against our peoples down there, you know what I'm saying, our brothers down there, you know what I'm saying, talking about John and stuff, you know, woo, and they want to battle and shit like that. You got this little nigga right here, you could tell, you know, by the fruits that they bear. You know what I'm saying? You could tell he's not a man because he was over here doing something with his feet. He was kicking his feet. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he was nervous. He couldn't stand there like a man and look these men in the eyes. You know what I'm saying? He had to fidget with his feet and stuff like that. You could always tell. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, like nigga, if you was in King David's army, you know what I'm saying? You remember how King David went over there to see what was going on, and his brothers were like, "Hey man, take your little ass on, man. Go herd, do the sheep." You know what I'm saying? That's who that nigga would be. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying King David was like that, but that nigga will be like, nigga, you ain't, nigga, he'd be in the front line, nigga, doing his feet like that. You just look at him and be like, nigga, hey, this nigga about to pee on himself. Get him up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get him up out of here. Nigga, come back to the truth, man. Come back to the home of the truth, man. All you little niggas out there, man. Talking like little girls, man. We gotta love, man. The brothers over here talking. Oh. Nigga, if you truly love your brother, nigga, you wouldn't have never started your own little camp. General Yohana been over here since 1969, man. That's why it's called Home of the Truth. You know what I'm saying? Why you starting your own stuff? Oh, it's because, you know, y'all ain't on men. Y'all ain't real men. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, I just want to bring that out, man, with the little prop, you know. So, you know, with these us being prophets of the Lord, you know what I'm saying? We crying out loud, sparing not. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to wake our people up to the best of our ability. You know what I'm saying? Not sitting there trying to debate other camps and shit like that. We ain't got no time for that, you dumbass niggas. Got these kids out here being unalive, man. By these lost brothers out here, and y'all talking about y'all want to debate cap, and you know, like, man, get out of here, man. Wicked ass niggas, man. Y'all Christians. Y'all wicked, just like Christians, just because you Christians. Anyways, let's go to Isaiah, the book of Isaiah, chapter 30. You want to see a true prophet, come to the ISUPK. You know what I'm saying? On the General Yohana, on the General Mahana, all the generals. You know what I'm saying? They speak from the heart. You know what I'm saying? And they read right out of this book. They don't add to it. They don't take away. You don't speak all soft like no little kids out there, man. Little baby faces trying to act like they men. Nigga, I would not want you in the front line, nigga, with me, nigga, in battle. You know, drop your sword, man, and piss on yourself like the little girls that you are. Anyways. Yeah, y'all fall into this right here, too. You know what I'm saying? This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30, and starting at verse 9. And this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord. Verse 10, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. Crazy how we got our people out here that want to be lied to. You know what I'm saying? Want to be lied to. They'd rather go to that Christian church and listen to a man or a woman. She ain't even supposed to be up there teaching. Because what's she gonna do when she on her monthly? She can't be in that. She can't be teaching. She ain't even supposed to teach. But yeah, she on her monthly and she up there. Man, not even gonna get into that. You know what I'm saying? Read the scriptures. You ain't even supposed to come into the congregation when you believe. So how are you teaching? How are you preaching? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, you know, like I said, how you want to be lied to? How you know, they tell us lies, tell us deceit. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, we are trying to tell you that your answers are right here in this book, known as the Bible. It's the Most High's words. It's not our words. It's telling us right here why we going through the things that we going through, all these atrocities that's on us. You know what I'm saying? You got to wake up. But y'all want to be lied to. Verse 11. Get you out of the way. Turn aside out of the path. Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. Hey, y'all say cause the Holy One to cease from before us? Yeah, keep saying that. That's what y'all doing when you turning. You don't want to listen. You don't want to listen to the prophets of the Lord. Crying out loud, sparing not. Out here on all these corners out here. You don't want to listen to us. You know what's going to happen. It's going to keep happening. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what we got more on that. Verse 12. Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression. You trust in oppression and perverseness. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's who you trust in. You trust in your oppressor. Crazy. You know why you're going through what you're going through. Because of this white man. This so-called white man. You know why you're going through what you're going through. And we're trying to tell y'all that. We're trying to wake you up. Try to get you to get out of that fear that you got. Because that's what it comes down to is fear. You know what I'm saying? Astonishment of heart. You know, you fear, you scared, and perverseness, and say thereon. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's the end of that. But that's what it is. It's fear. You know, you scared to stand up against this real beast. And that's the vile ass white man and his system, this government. You scared. That's who you scared of. Like I said, all you got to do is put a trickle of white folks in front of your party. I'm telling you, that should have stopped. All that killing, all that unaliving each other, that should have stopped. On the subconscious, I'm telling you, they oh, hey, there you go, square as shit. Like all that, hey, good, hey, blood, hey, I could. What they doing in videos all day? Like some little girls. Little straight little girls, man. You know, I can't, you know, I protect myself, you know what I'm saying? But I say, you know, I'm getting carnal. But I say, hey, nigga, if y'all feeling a certain way, nigga, you know, see me with these hands, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. But I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Vengeance is of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? But I know y'all, you know, I know you got some fools out there. If they listen, any of these motherfuckers catch wind of this shit, oh, they feelings is hurt right now. They feelings are hurt. Pride just got in front of them. Like, oh, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, so big, nigga. I'm spending this for my father, nigga. For the Most High. If I got to lose my life because of that, I'm so big. It's for my people, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because we're being destroyed out here for a lack of knowledge. We are disgraced out here because we don't want to listen to these laws, statutes, and commandments. And you know why I'm going with these Christians so much, man? Because they wicked. I've been in that Christian church. Did not feel no love up in that Christian church. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Anyways, let's go to Deuteronomy 32. Yeah, Deuteronomy 32. I'm all over the place right now. Shit. Deuteronomy 32. It was doing. Hopefully it rolls. Hopefully. Oh, wait. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're probably like, hey, this nigga amped up tonight. Like, yeah, sometimes I get like that. Like, you caught me on one of my days. like, you know what I'm saying? Like, crazy. My mama said I'm crazy. Out of her own mouth, she said. My mama told me to admit myself one time. You know what I'm saying? It was true story. True story. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm crazy as shit. That I am. Stay away from me. You know what I'm saying? Let me grow in this truth. You know, I want to be crazy with this truth right here. You know what I'm saying? It's book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and 16. Starting at 16. They provoked him to jealousy with the strange gods. With abominations provoked they him to anger. Verse 17. They sacrificed unto devils, not to God, to gods whom they knew not, to new gods that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not. Verse 18. Of the rock that begat thee art unmindful, and has forgotten God and formed that formed thee. Salakia. You know what I'm saying? We are unmindful. We don't want to, you know, and Isaiah says our people don't even consider it. Israel doesn't even consider it. You know what I'm saying? We don't think that we are the Most High's chosen people for the simple fact that another nation beat us down mentally. You know what I'm saying? They beat us down physically as well, but mentally is the worst one because now we can't even think for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We need master to think for us. You know what I'm saying? We don't think we could be a chosen people. No, we said, nah, we black, we Mexican, we Puerto Rican and shit. You know what I'm saying? All these bywords, you know, what you call them? Bywords, whatever, you know what I'm saying? You know, shit, crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we are unmindful of our Father. We don't want to think about him. We just want to keep on doing, just digging ourselves in the hole. That's it. That's all we want to do. And keep on doing wicked. Verse 19. And when the Lord saw it, he abhorred them because of the provoking of his sons and his daughters. See that? He calls you his sons and daughters. You know what I'm saying? Verse 20. And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be. And we seeing it now. We seeing what our end is. We unalive one another. We destroy for a lack of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? We out there just walking around aimless. Just aimless, don't know what to do with ourselves. You know? For they are a very froward generation, children in whom is no faith. Faith is believing. We don't believe that we are the God's chosen people. We don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Some of us say, you don't even care. You know, well, I don't care who I am. It's because you lost. Because you beat. You have been, they took the yoke off your neck and you destroyed. You a slave to your mind, your own self. You don't know how to free yourself. You don't know how to become your own man. You let the system lead you astray. You let the system raise you. Like all our people, the system raised us, man. That's why we lost as a people, as a nation. Anyways, verse 21. They have moved me to jealousy with them, with that which is not God. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities. And I will move them to jealousy with those that are not a people. I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation. Said it right there. He'll provoke us to anger with a foolish nation. You know what I'm saying? We're so angry. We just unalive the person that looked just like us. You know, we've been doing it for I mean, you know, it really went downhill in the late 70s, you know, with the Crips and the Bloods, you know what I'm saying? You know, that started off, you know, they tried to do some good. You know what I'm saying? They tried to do some good. You know, it was like the Black Panthers, you know, try to help their people, but then what? They get infiltrated, you know what I'm saying, by this government. Like you got some gangster back in the day. I forgot that back in LA. I forgot his name. But back in the 70s, the late 70s, you know what I'm saying? They used to, you know, have pickup games and shit like that, play football. He was telling a story, playing football. And you know what happened? You know, they'd be playing football. The chopper, the helicopter would come in and get on the thing and say, hey, get out of here, you know, leave and shit like that. They didn't want them to play football because you know what? They wanted them to unalive each other. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have anything to do. Look, we don't even have a girls and boys club anymore. They took everything from us. You know what I'm saying? We don't even have workshops anymore at schools, what have you. You know what I'm saying? Like to learn a trade. I remember when I first went to high school, we had a car shop. You know, I went by, you know, and I saw cars and fools working on cars and stuff like that. Because that's right up my alley with my grandfather, my uncles, and what have you. You know what I'm saying? They work on cars. You know, at that time I was working on, you know, junior high, elementary, working on bikes and stuff like that. Put a bike together from scratch, you know what I'm saying? Like good with the tools, right? So I'm thinking like, oh yeah, you know, hey, you know, I found out you couldn't do body shop. That was what it called, body shop, until you was in 11th grade and stuff like that. As soon as I get to 11th grade, that shit gone. like, and, you know, that's when they started. They say, hey, we want to, you know, let's get this shit out of here. You know what I'm saying? Now you got to pay, you know what I'm saying? Pay hundreds of dollars just to go to learn something about cars and shit like that, whatever. Just like you do with college. You know, they know how to get you in your pockets. They know how to keep you down, you know, up in here. But anyways, let's get some more of this real quick. Let's see. This is on that. Let's go to Ezekiel. No. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28 real quick. We're just gonna brush through this real quick. You know what I'm saying? because Deuteronomy 28, this is about the curses, that we go under, anybody that's new, watching whatever, you can go on, go on this book and read these curses. It starts at 15 all the way to 68. Read these curses. And you will see that it's your people, it's you, you know what I'm saying? But this is the book of Deuteronomy 28 and 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. And we are a surely cursed people. You know what I'm saying? Jump to 28. We're going verse 28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. Now, look. He said, the Lord shall smite thee with madness. That madness is insanity. Going insane. We are going insane. We have been insane in this. Let's take what was that? Botham John or something like that. Remember the cop, the white cop that went in there and shot the dude. Went into the wrong house, whatever. And then the bailiff, the black bailiff, was stroking her hair because she's in. It's this knowing what we going through. Our people was going through and shit like that. She didn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? She's going, it's insanity. She's mad. The Most High did this to us. You know what I'm saying? Just like with what's old boy's name? Dylan Ruth, how he can go in that church and unalive all them people. And they say, pray for him. Pray for him. Now, no other people will say that shit. You know what I'm saying? They will want Most High to have vengeance on that ass. They say, pray for him. That's insanity. That's madness. The Most High did this to us. He put us under these curses right here. We could go on and on and on and on with this stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got people come in front of the caps talking about y'all teaching hate. Nigga, this place was built on hate. Built on blood, our blood. And talking about we teaching hate. Because they mad. They insane. They know it's fear. They know what's going on. They know they don't want to hear it though. That's why they say y'all teaching hate. You even have some fools, see a white person try to give them a hug and shit in front of the campus. And they give them a hug. And that white person knowing what these niggas saying is right. You a stupid ass nigga. For real. They know this. You know what I'm saying? Like and blindness. You know what I'm saying? We can't even see what these people have done to us and what they do to us. He has blinded us. We can't even see it. What's going on? Everybody else can. All these other nations can. They say y'all stupid. They won't say that, tell you that in front of their face, but at their table, y'all stupid ass people. You know what I'm saying? Blindness and astonishment of heart, meaning confusion. You know what I'm saying? That astonishment of heart is confusion. It's dismay. It's anxiety. You know what I'm saying? And distress. And all that right there, what that comes from? Fear. That's what this is right here. That's what the Most High put on us right here. All these curses, and that's what we are. We are astonished. You know what I'm saying? We are scared. We're so scared we don't know what to do. So we love the oppressor. We scared. Especially the Christian church. They don't want to talk about the elephant in the room. Never do. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember one time, what is it, Juneteenth or something like that? You know what I'm saying? Oakland had Juneteenth or whatever. We can never talk about the elephant in the room because they always put that one white man up there. And the Juneteenth, they was dancing, they was performing and stuff like that, whatever. You see it, one white man in the front row. So are you doing there? They can't even get together with themselves. Because he's the gatekeeper, he's a watcher, and he sit there, and you could just read his body language, so cocky, just sitting there. You know what I'm saying? Because and like I said, because they don't want to address the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is this motherfucking oppressor, man. Excuse my French. You know what I'm saying? Get them out of the way so we can build our own. But they don't want that. They want us to keep destroying ourselves. You better wake up out there. Because that's all you're doing. You just helping them, killing two birds with one stone. Where we at? So verse 29, and thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. You know what I'm saying? We gonna grope at noonday. Man, I was there, you know what I'm saying? Like out of high school, whatever, didn't have shit to do. Me and my partners and stuff out in the world just didn't have shit to do. We just don't know what to do. Scared to go get a career. You know what I'm saying? Because we didn't get no trade. You know what I'm saying? We're like, man, what we gonna do now? You know what I'm saying? We graduated from high school, some of us. You know what I'm saying? Like you see in the major cities, we just out there just groping, don't know what to do. We just mad. We don't know what to do. So what do? We end up going to take somebody out. You know what I'm saying? Unaliving somebody, selling dope or whatever, doing just dumb stuff. That's what it means, groping at noonday. You know what I'm saying? And this is what the man wants us to do. That's why they took our jobs. That's why they took jobs. You know what I'm saying? From our men. You know what I'm saying? Even you go to like a Mississippi, you go in the cut, man, you got old men, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even say they old and stuff, you know what I'm saying? About 40s and 50s and, you know, good work, you know what I'm saying? But they just ain't got nothing to do. They just sitting there, just on the stoop, you know, with the youngsters on the stoop, just walking around, just don't have nothing. And it's a high percentage of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got a trickle of Black, Latino, Native American man, woman, and child, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Not children, but going to college. You know what I'm saying? Getting decent jobs or whatever like that. But we got more of our people in poverty because of the white men. And they did it intentionally. Yeah, we're gonna talk about the elephant in the room. Nobody don't want to talk about this. We ain't supposed to be talking about this. They don't want us to talk about it like this, but we are gonna talk like this in the ISBK. You know what I'm saying? F this beef, you know? Anyways, let's go jump to 32. Verse 32, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand. We saw this in, if you watch the slave movies, you know what I'm saying? We know that's what happened to our people on auction blocks, you know what I'm saying? Being sold, our kids being taken from us, you know what I'm saying? And our strong men, they can do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't do anything about it. Our children being straight taken in front of our face, and our wives. You know what I'm saying? What have you? And what's going on now? Oh, the ICE. You know what I'm saying? Going in schools, taking children from their parents, taking parents from their children. Ain't nothing new under the sun. They doing that shit right now. Right now. And why? Why? I mean, before this shit, I mean, like, you know, let's say back in the 90s, what, you know, when they start doing this shit, really doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like going in there, you know, they literally taking these kids, man, and throwing them in. We don't know where they put them, tell you the truth. We don't know what they're doing to them. We do not know. And we're not gonna ask, we ain't gonna do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna let this shit be. The white man is the devil that the Bible speak of, man. Bottom line. This is uncalled for. You going to fields where they working at, taking them from where they working. It's uncalled for. It's a vile individual right here, man. And then you got our brothers out there, you know what I'm saying, the so-called Mexicans and stuff. They hear a black man talking like this, the ones that aren't in the truth, that don't know who they are, that's still lost, talking about mind our own business. Nigga, that is our business. That's our brothers and sisters, nigga. Our kids out there. Yeah, anyways. Shit. Yeah. The vengeance is of the Most High. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't, I'd be a motherfucking, what would you call that? Vigilante? I'd be going out whooping niggas' asses right now. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna wrap it up with that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, with that, I'm saying, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Brak thumb to the brothers, Yahweh Shamar Allah thumb by Shem Yahweh to the sisters. Shalom, Israel.